Hey guys, welcome back to this week's edition of New Makeup Sunday. I have so many exciting things to share with you this week, including some new mini palettes from e.l.f. I have an Ulta haul, some new things from Persona and Doll 10. I also have a Pixie giveaway, so don't forget to check the description box for that. And I'm wearing several of the products on my face, so stay tuned to the end of the video and I'll let you know what those are and kind of just my thoughts on them so far. So why don't we go ahead and jump right in and get started. Hey guys, it's Monday. I got a package from Kaleidos Makeup over the weekend and I haven't even opened it yet, but it looks like lip products. Actually, it says right on here lip tonic. I didn't even notice that until I just started filming the video. So if you remember a few weeks back in my Sunday haul, I had unboxed some of their lip tonics and swatched them for you guys, and I really enjoy the formula a lot. It's kind of like a lip stain, but it's more moisturizing than a lip stain, so it's really interesting and unique, and I really haven't tried any lip products like it. So it looks like they have two new colors in the line. We have Collision and Ambition. So these look a little bit brighter than the originals, which were definitely more on the neutral side. So let's go ahead and swatch these. I can also pull out the original ones and swatch those next to these just so you can see like the difference in the color. So this one is Collision first. So you can see, like, even though these are a lip stain, they have some creaminess to it. But in real life, they're just kind of a really interesting, unique hybrid kind of lip product. So then we have Ambition. This one looks like even brighter. Let's see. Yeah, this one's more like a red or like a reddish orange. This one actually looks like it doesn't have a metallic quality to it, while this one does. This one almost seems metallic a little bit. I don't know if that's just like the way I'm seeing it, but I don't know if you guys can tell. It looks like this one has a little bit of like shimmeriness to it, while this one doesn't. So now let me just show you the original shades in case you missed it. So this one is Infusion. And like I said before, these are a lot more neutral. This one is just more like a nude. It's really, really pretty. And they're also a little bit sheer. Like, they can be built up though, but if you like more of like a sheer lip stain, these are really great for that too. And this color is called Immersion, but I tend to like a little bit more of like a sheer lip color that I can build up because I don't necessarily want like a full-on bold lip most of the time. So that's that one. That one's really pretty as well. It's kind of like a mauve. And then the last one is Injection. This one's also more of a nude, but the first one had a little bit more pink to it, and this one is a little bit warmer toned, I would say. So anyway, if you're a fan of lip stains, I highly recommend checking these out. They're available on their website, kaleidosmakeup.com. They're not in stores yet, unfortunately, but I've really been impressed with everything that they've come out with so far, and I'm really excited to see what they do next. Next up, Pixie Beauty had also sent me a PR package, and this says 20 years of glow, and then inside they have just some of like their best-selling products over the last 20 years, and some of these are definitely my favorites as well. We have the Rose Ceramide Cream, which, to be honest with you, it's one of my holy grail moisturizers. If you have dry skin, I definitely recommend checking this one out because it is just so creamy and rich, and it feels amazing when your skin is dry, especially in the winter time. The Glow Tonic is obviously like probably their best-selling product of all time. We have the Glow Mist, the Eye Reflection Shadow Palette. I have this one as well, and I really think Pixie's eyeshadow formula is pretty good. It wasn't always, but I feel like they've gotten better over the years. Also, their Endless Silky Eye Pens are some of the most underrated, in my opinion, as far as eyeliners go. I hardly hear anybody talk about them, but I own them in almost every color they make just because they're so creamy and easy to draw on a line, but at the same time, they stay put all day. So I really like those. The Matte Last liquid lipstick too. This is one of the more comfortable liquid lipstick formulas that I don't mind as much. And then Lip Lift Max is just like a plumping lip gloss. So since I own all of the products in this box, I'm gonna do a giveaway. So look for that link down below. But one thing I just wanna mention is I don't think I'm gonna ship it in this actual box because usually the post office, they measure the box, and if it's past a certain size, they charge you a lot extra for it, and I can fit all of these products into a smaller box. So if you don't mind that it doesn't come in this huge box, I think I'm just going to get rid of this and ship it in a little bit of a smaller package. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know that, but the link will be down in the description box below. Hey guys, it's Tuesday. I just have a little bit of an Ulta haul to share with you guys. I picked up the new Effortless Effect Medium Coverage Hydrating Foundation. I keep seeing this advertised on their website, and I'm really excited to try it. It says it's infused with hyaluronic acid to boost hydration. Acai berry and pomegranate extracts help to even the skin tone's appearance, and antioxidant vitamin E protects against free radical damage. So here's a look at the ingredient list in case you want to check that out. I got it in the shade Fair to Light Neutral. Also, Ulta has these new World Traveler blush and bronzer duos. They had a couple different colors. This one looked like it was going to be the lightest one on the website, so hopefully the colors work out okay for me. And then I also got another Laura Mercier Caviar stick. I really have been enjoying these a lot lately, and with a Laura Mercier purchase, they were giving away these free new primers that she just came out with. They're the Pure Canvas Primer. I have the blurring one and also the hydrating one. So let's go ahead and just kind of swatch and play and see what's what. So this one I'm actually hoping is going to be like the new Maybelline foundation that I reviewed the other day, because that one is amazing. That one also had hyaluronic acid and it was just so natural looking on the skin. So far, actually, this feels incredibly similar to that new Maybelline one, but it has like a cream to mousse kind of hybrid sort of formula. I hope this one is as skin-like as that one was, because that Maybelline foundation is fantastic. I've been wearing it every single day nonstop. So yeah, I mean, just, I don't know if you can see up close, but it really just looks like skin. Like, it doesn't look cakey or patchy, and my hands are always super dry, but it just kind of blended right in and really meshed well with my skin. So, it also gives pretty nice coverage too, it seems to anyway. So I'm really excited to try that one out. It feels like really, I don't know what the word is, like refreshing on the skin, I guess. It's not dewy, but it's also not matte. It has just like that really skin-like satiny finish. But I think the hyaluronic acid that's in the formula just kind of makes it feel like you're giving your skin a drink of water a little bit. It feels really good. So anyway, next is this World Traveler Duo. And it says on the back that it has a peachy cream blush on one end and a light to medium cream bronzer on the other. Okay, good. So that's kind of what I was hoping for. All right, so here's what the stick actually looks like. Let's go ahead and just swatch these colors. Oh, this bronzer looks like it's going to be a little bit more on the orangey side. I hope not. It feels really nice and creamy though. And actually, no, it's not super orange. It actually is a really nice color for my skin tone. It feels very dewy though, so hopefully this will dry down all the way, because I hate cheek products that just remain kind of dewy and sticky on the skin, especially because they tend to like lift up your foundation then. But actually, I really wouldn't judge this by how it looks in the tube, because on my skin, that looks like the perfect bronzer color. So very excited about this. I just hope it works out like actually on the face. So here's the blush. It is just like a really pretty light peachy blush, and neither one of these have any kind of shimmer to them or anything, so that's good. I mean, they blend really effortlessly, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, color-wise, I think this is beautiful. So we're just going to have to wait and see, I guess, how it applies to the face. I do still have an Ulta Beauty brand video that I need to do with some of the new products that I showed in a previous Sunday haul. So I'm definitely going to get on that for next week, hopefully. All right, so next let's try the caviar stick. So I got the shade Caramel, which is one of the matte ones, and the other two that I have are shimmery. So I just wanted to try one of the matte colors. So let me just put it here. I just thought this would be a beautiful, like all over the lid, or even like a transition shade. It's just like a really pretty warm brown, like a light warm brown, but I love these because they do not budge on the eyes once they set, and they're just really good for like those quick and easy makeup days. But this color is really, really nice. It's exactly what I was hoping it was going to be. And then let's go ahead and just open these quickly. They are silicone free, which is kind of rare for a primer. I feel like most primers have silicone. It says that these are supposed to be breathable formulas that seal in skincare and create a protective barrier that extends makeup wear. So this blurring one claims to give an instant mattifying filter, visibly reducing the appearance of fine lines, pores, and imperfections. It also has microalgae to condition the skin over time. So I'm just going to put this like on the other hand. I feel like this hand always gets neglected when I'm doing swatches. But it's just kind of harder for me to use my left hand to do this stuff, so that's why. But I'm going to force myself to. So, yeah, it feels very creamy. It definitely doesn't feel silicone-y. It kind of feels like more like a lotion texture. But I do already see a blurring effect going on. I mean, if you look at this half of my hand versus that hand, it's absolutely blurring pretty much everything. So it just looks really, really smooth and a little bit more like airbrushed, I would say. And also it dried down immediately. Like, it only was tacky for a few seconds, and now it just feels completely dry and just really silky and smooth. And then let's try this Pure Canvas hydrating one. It says this one is a wake-up call for the complexion. Olive extract visibly smooths and locks in hydration, while marine hydra botanicals replenish skin and promote long-term moisture recovery. So let's just do it on the other side. And my hands are really dry, so this would be a good test. This one feels almost more like a gel-like formula, or like a cream gel type texture. The other one was a little bit thicker and more creamy, and this one is a little bit more like on the watery side, but it just feels very like cooling and refreshing on my skin right away. And this one also feels a little bit more tacky. So I think if you're looking for something, like if you like those primers that are tacky and really help to make your foundation like last longer and grip to the skin, this one actually might be a better option. I don't feel like it's so hydrating that, you know, someone with more combination or even oily skin would find it to be too much, because it's not heavy or oily or anything. It's just like more of, like I said, just like a gel texture. It's more, I would say, it feels like it's water-based. So it may not be something that's going to clog your pores. Yeah, the first ingredient is water in here. It also has glycerin as the second ingredient. So yeah, I'm very excited for these primers. Definitely the blurring one. And I'm really glad that I got samples just to test out before I invest in a full size. But anyway, guys, that is my little Ulta haul. I will see you later in the week. Hey guys, it's Friday. I just got my e.l.f. order in the mail. I picked up some of these new little mini palettes, as well as some of their putty eye primers that come in different colors. So these little mini palettes come in 8 different colorways, and they're $3 each. So it was $24 for all 8 of them, which, you know, you're getting about 32 different shadows. So it's kind of like buying a really big palette. So I think the price is definitely good. We'll have to see how the quality is. I'm definitely going to swatch these all for you guys. And also, I've heard a little bit of chatter on the internet about these being similar to the Fenty little mini palettes that came out recently that I showed last week or the week before. So I just want to pull those out quickly and kind of do a little bit of comparison. All right, so I got 4 of these all together, and the first one, which is number 1, I thought looked very similar to this one right here. So, I mean, you have kind of like that ivory-ish color. This one's a little bit deeper, but also like this matte brown is very similar. This kind of golden shade is very similar. This one looks really close. So this one's like really almost a dupe for number 1. And then number 2 here is like this purpley one. So again, we have like this shade being very similar right here. This matte one being really, really close. This one down here being really similar. And then this one on the end, not quite exact. This one has a little bit of glitter in it. It's like one of the matte shadows that has glitter. And this one's just a regular matte. But again, very similar vibe. I also have Cadet, and this one I really don't see one particular palette that is similar to it. This one has a yellow, but it's a shimmer, and the one in the Cadet palette is a matte. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure like this brown or like the navy blue is in this one. This brown looks kind of close, but there's no like one palette that looks like this one. And then number 5 was the peachy one, and really I don't see any that are completely peachy. This one's a little bit more like warm browns, I guess. So it has that going for it, but it's not, it doesn't have any of the peachy shades. So anyway, just wanted to quickly make that comparison. I don't have all of these, so there may be others that look similar to the e.l.f. ones. So anyway, why don't we do some swatches of all of these first, and then we'll open the putty eye primers. right, so I'd love to know what you thought of the swatches. I mainly just wanted to show them to you because it's kind of hard to live swatch 8 different palettes. I just felt like it would make the video too long, but I do want to live swatch one just quickly, just so you can get an idea of what the formula is like and how they swatch. So the shimmer shades are very, very buttery and creamy. These remind me actually a lot of their larger palettes that they have out, like the Earth and Ocean palette, the new classics. It feels like the same formula, but again, you never know until you put them on your eyes. So yeah, I mean, I think the formula feels nicer than the Fenty palettes actually, at least in a swatch. All right, and then next let's try out these putty eye primers. So I got 4 different shades and it says amp up your eyeshadow looks with this color intensifying eye putty primer that locks in eyeshadow for 12 hours of crease-proof wear, infused with vegan squalene known to moisturize throughout the day. So this one is in the shade Clay. So I'm just gonna swatch these. They kind of remind me of the Maybelline Color Tattoo eyeshadows. Yeah, I mean, they definitely lay down quite a bit of pigment. I mean, you could use these as cream eyeshadows, I would think, just on their own, or layer some shadows on top of it. It feels very tacky, so I don't know if it's going to dry down completely or not. So the next one is called Rose, and this one, I mean, it's just like a very slight pink tint. Otherwise, it's kind of more of like a cream color. This is definitely very subtle. And it feels a little bit more creamy than the first one. The first one felt tacky. This one kind of feels almost like a primer. It's very silky. So it's odd that they have different textures. And then this one's called Cream. So this one's just like a traditional cream color. So this one is also a little bit more sheer than the first one. You can see it, but I think this one would be great for just like canceling out redness on your eyelids or veins or anything and just kind of, you know, smoothing things out a little. So that one's really nice. It looks like it might be kind of brightening. And then the last color is Sand. So this one feels a little bit thicker like the first one. So it's interesting because the darker colors kind of feel a little bit thicker, a little bit more tacky, while these lighter colors are more sheer and kind of like more of a creamy feel or silky. So I feel like if you're looking for these to add some color or to actually use as a cream eyeshadow, I would stick with these darker two right here. These really aren't going to show up much. I think they're just going to kind of smooth out your eyelid. So it was really hard to tell on the website what the colors were actually going to look like. So it's interesting how some of them are sheer and some of them are darker. So anyway, guys, I would love to hear your thoughts on these new e.l.f. products. If you'd like to see a video using any of them, let me know. Hey guys, it's Saturday. I was just about to actually finish editing the video, but I got a box from Doll 10 and I also got something from Persona. So I'm going to open these up really quickly and just include them in the video, even though they're last minute. So this is their new TCE concealer, and TCE stands for This Covers Everything. So it shows a little bit more detail on the cover of the box here. So it says, finally a concealer that really does it all. No, really though. We promise it covers everything. It says it's the solution to skin troubles. The clean formula provides concentrated coverage with a real skin finish while wrapping your skin in a cocoon of repairing, soothing ingredients. The special blend of silk pigments is weightless on the skin and it will never crack, crease, or settle into texture. And it says 100% agree that the under eye area looked less puffy, 100% agreed their skin looked instantly younger and less tired, and 93% agreed it instantly softened the appearance of fine lines and crow's feet. So that sounds incredible because concealers normally like emphasize those things. And here's just a quick before and after. I mean, it looks like the coverage is really good on it. So in the box, they sent 3 different shades. I have Fair Light and Fair Light, so I'll be able to swatch them all for you guys. Plus they sent a little sponge and also a pink tape, just because on the top here it says cut through the pink tape. So that's really cute. Anyway, let's go ahead and open these up. I cannot wait to see what this is like. So here's a look at the applicator. It has one of the metal applicators, which is really nice. It feels really cooling under the eyes usually, so I tend to like these a lot. And this is the fair shade, so what I'm going to do first is just kind of try out the formula, and then I'll swatch the other 2 shades. So I just want to put a little bit like on my hand right here, and then maybe we'll, you know, do like one side of my hand versus the other and just see what the coverage is like and what the texture is like. So wow, it's already covering quite a bit. I mean, I just put a little spot of it, but it's already, I mean, it's probably going to cover half of my hand here. So this seems to really go a long way. And it's blending into my skin really nicely. Like, it does definitely look invisible like they claim. I mean, I can't see that I'm wearing any concealer at all. Holy cow. That is so good. I mean, that's one side of my hand versus the other. This side definitely looks a lot brighter. Again, I didn't put a ton of it, so I just put a tiny little bit, but it dries down almost immediately. So there's no sticky feeling whatsoever. It has, I would say, a matte finish, but it's very, very skin-like. But what's really blowing my mind is how smooth my skin feels where I put it. And that's kind of, I guess, where the treatment comes in with this, because it really is just making my skin super smooth and almost like tight. So I can see how it wouldn't like sink into fine lines and wrinkles. It almost seems like it's smoothing out my skin, if anything. So that is really, really cool. I am so excited to test that out and see what it's like. I mean, I don't know, like if you can see up close, like you cannot see any product on my hand. Like it just looks like my regular skin here. And most of the time when you put a foundation or a concealer, you know, you can tell that it's sitting on top of your skin. But with this, I cannot see it at all. All right, so let's see what the other colors look like. Actually, I'll just swatch them all side by side so you can kind of see what they look like next to each other. So this one is Fair again, and this is Fair Light. And then this one is Light. So actually this one is maybe like a little bit more neutral. This one is a little bit more cool, I would say. And then you have the neutral one in the middle, and then this one is definitely more yellow. So let me just kind of blend these out a little bit. I mean, as you can see, a little bit goes a very long way. I could probably cover my whole face just with these 3 stripes right here. And if this is as good as I think it's going to be, I'm going to want to use it as foundation, but the tube is way too small to do that. So I don't know, maybe they'll come out with a TCE foundation next. That would be amazing. I'm just curious to see, like, even if I put on this super heavy amount, if it still looks like I put product on my skin, or if it blends in seamlessly. All right, so close-up time. This is the true test. And as you can definitely see where I didn't put it over here. You can see a little bit of redness in my skin. Up close, how smooth does this look? It doesn't look, again, like cakey at all. And I had a lot of product right there too. All right, guys, I'm officially blown away by this right now. So stay tuned. I will definitely be trying this on my face and letting you guys know my thoughts. And then also Persona sent over 2 of their new season 1 lip gloss colors, which I am so excited about because these are some of my favorite lip glosses of all time. I mentioned them in my favorite lip glosses of 2019 video, just because they're so super soft and moisturized. So the new colors are Shortcake, which is a really beautiful mauve shade. And then we have Hibiscus, which is like a sheer red. And then also they sent over 2 eyeliners, and I'm so glad that they're finally doing these separately because they had originally released these with their little mini palettes, like in a kit. And I really loved these eyeliners because they're so creamy, yet they're also waterproof and they stay put all day long. So I'm really excited to be able to just buy these separately now. So I just wanted to quickly swatch all of these just to show you what the colors look like. So first is the Shortcake shade for the gloss. And how beautiful is this color? Oh my gosh. And I just love how creamy these are. They feel so nice on the lips. They're almost like a lip treatment in a way. And then here is Hibiscus. These are definitely available now on the Persona website, but I believe they're also going to be coming to Ulta. I'll leave them linked down below. And if you plan to buy from the Persona website, I do have a coupon code with them. It's Gen10, which will save you 10% off. So this shade is really beautiful too. This is definitely a red that I would wear just because it's a little more on the sheer side, and I don't normally wear a bold lip. And then the eyeliners, we have Plum, which is right here. Like, look at how creamy those are. I'm barely pressing down at all. And then we have the black. So yeah, they're just beautiful. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you these really quick and let you know they're out there because, like I said before, these are some of my favorite products from Persona. Alright guys, so that's everything I have for this week, and as promised, I'm going to just let you know what I'm wearing on my face because I did try some of these products throughout the week and I put a lot of them on today. So the first one is the Doll 10 TCE Concealer. Actually, this is almost all over my entire face as a foundation, and the reason that I did that is because we had like a 60-something degree day here in January, which is insane. Connecticut never gets that warm in January, so we were going to be outside a lot of the day, and I just put on my Coats Natural Tinted Primer just to go out for a little bit and I didn't wear foundation. So when I came home, I was like, do I wear foundation? Let me just try this out first. And I just started putting it under my eyes, and I put a little bit too much because it just like a little bit with this goes a really long way. So I started blending it down my cheeks, and then I'm like, you know what? Let me just put it all over. So I just put like a little dot on my chin, a little dot on my forehead, and a little bit like around my nose, and all of that blended out beautifully. And it's a super natural finish. It's not cakey anywhere on my face at all. I'm very, very impressed. Unfortunately, the tube is really small, so I can't wear it as a foundation. Hopefully they'll come out with a foundation version of this because it's so, so good. But at the very least, it's an amazing concealer. So definitely check this one out. And then on my cheeks, I'm wearing this Ulta Beauty World Traveler blush and bronzer duo. So first I put the bronzer on, almost like a contour, and then I just topped it with the blush. It still does kind of feel a little bit tacky on my skin, like it doesn't completely dry down, but the good thing is it didn't really move the concealer that was underneath that much. It feels very like smooth and silky, and it blends out really nicely. The only thing is these colors don't show up heavily. So if you have really fair skin like I do, this color would work for you just fine because I do see it on my skin, but it did take a little bit of building up just to get the color to show up on camera. So in real life, it just took a couple swipes and I was good. If you were going to see me in person, it would have been enough. But on camera, I usually have to apply my makeup a lot heavier than I normally would to get it to show up on film. Otherwise, it looks like I'm not wearing blush. So in this case, I did have to layer it on like 3 times just to get it to show up on camera even a little bit. So just something to keep in mind. It is very, very subtle. And then on my eyes, I'm wearing one of these little e.l.f. palettes, and this is the shade Truffle. So I'm wearing basically 3 out of the 4 shades in this palette. I use this one here in my crease, and then this one in the outer corner, and then this like silvery taupe on my lid. And I think these shadows are so pigmented. Like when I first dipped into this crease color, I put way, way too much. And I actually had to tone it down with a lighter eyeshadow in one of the other palettes just to kind of blend it out a little bit on the edges because it was too much. So then for the other eye, I went in a lot more sparingly and it worked out better. But I mean, super pigmented. And right away, I can tell you now that I've used the Fenty palettes and these are way, way better. Like the Fenty formula, I was actually not really impressed with. So I think these are amazing. I really do. And then on my lips, I'm wearing the Persona Gloss in Shortcake. So I really love this color. I think it's like the most perfect mauvey nude shade. It's so beautiful. I'm obsessed with it. And I love this formula too, just because it's like so super hydrating. So anyway, guys, that is everything that I'm wearing on my face today. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, I would love to know what you guys hauled this week, what you think of these products, and if you're planning on picking any of them up, or if you already own them, what are your thoughts on them? I would love to hear from you. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button right here on the screen, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.